Who remembers this movie from the early 90s? This is one of my favorite movies from back in the day when I was younger, and watching it as an adult is a completely different experience. So it's about this little girl, and she has an imaginary friend who is just totally naughty. She gets into all kinds of trouble, and then she blames Fred, and her mom is just mean and emotionally abusive, and her parents are getting divorced, and she's going through a lot as a little kid. So finally, after getting in trouble, her mom was like, "That's it, no more Fred." So she takes this box that Fred lives in and she wraps it up in tape and she puts him away for good. And she's like, "No more Fred." Okay, so years go by. She's now an adult and she's married to some jerk and he's cheating on her, and she loses her job and she ends up having to move in with the mean, abusive mom. It didn't even dawn on me that this little girl is going through a mental breakdown, and later on as an adult she's going through another mental breakdown. These are all mental breakdowns. At the time I was a little kid and I didn't really think about anything but the fact that I didn't have an imaginary friend when I was younger, and that just seems so cool. You know, interestingly enough, I actually reference this movie all the time when I'm talking to people about medication, because in the movie, no spoilers, but in the movie she has to take medication to try and get rid of drop dead Fred. So she takes a pill, and as soon as she takes one pill, Fred's like, "Oh," and then he falls down to the ground, and it's like I feel like sometimes people really think that's how medication works. You take one pill and it's all done. So anyway, this whole time I'm thinking that this is just a movie about an adult person who gets to reminisce with her imaginary friend, not even thinking like this is obviously a woman going through psychosis. So as a kid watching it, I'm like, yay, good movie. As an adult watching it, I'm just like, oh. I always thought of this movie as a nostalgic, funny movie. And now, as an adult, being through what I've been through already, it's sad. So well done, but sad. If you haven't seen it, it's a movie about mental illness. It's about loving yourself, boogers, dog shit. It's got everything you really need to check it out.